While I'm on the subject, I see in one of these pictures how my head is forward, my neck is forward, because as I said earlier, in panic when he had to deliver me in Africa, he did it the way he was taught, which was to pull the head of the baby out. If this was after 23 hours of labor, and my mother wanted to die, and she just wanted more chloroform, enough to take her out. And so he did as he was taught, but he didn't know and was not taught that you have to put the head back on right. And so my head was forward until I was in my 40s and happened to do a traction, try a new traction unit that did enough stretching to put it in place, with a great deal of pain the next week, I will admit. I think I've talked about this before, but I just happen to have the pictures, and you can see that my head is on much better as an older lady than it was when I was young. I want to talk a little bit about my father. My cousin Alfred is here and visiting, and he's an anesthetist, and he talked about carpal tunnel surgeries. My father, who explained the simple give and take of the muscles to me as a child, had to return to the establishment way of things, and one of the surgeries that was pretty common was carpal tunnel release. Carpal tunnel is this area right in the wrist. It's a band that goes across, and people who do too much typing or something that's a consistent repeated effort can get their muscles into contracture up here, and when the muscles are tight, the tendons rub on the band because there's not enough give and take for them to slide through. Well, the big surgery deal is cut the band. And then there's release, and there's no pain because the band isn't being inflamed anymore because it's not holding anything down. It's a beautiful arrangement to impress the patient because the pain is gone. Number one, the anesthetic relaxes the muscles that are bunched up. And number two, the inflamed area is no longer being rubbed. And number three, they are not able to function as desperately and consistently as they were when they had some leverage here with the band. And so they don't work as hard. They can't. And wonderful. It just took all the pain away. Well, that's just another example of killing the messenger and missing the idea of what you're supposed to do. My father even did this surgery on my sister, the youngest one, Sylvia. She was a teacher and she did a lot of computer work. It helped for a little while, but right away she was working so hard that it knotted up again and she still had pain. I released the muscles, explained the dynamics of what was happening. She quit working on the computer so much. She had no more pain, and we never told our father because he was making a living for us. And this is how he had to make his living. And you have to do what you have to do. Okay.